All right, welcome back to Morning Live. As I mentioned earlier before we took a break, it's all about personal branding. And trust me, statistics in this country, it's clear out there that unemployment issue is something that in Swahili they say dondandugu. And personal branding is just part of you kind of packaging yourself and convincing your potential employer that indeed, I'm coming here with this kind of a mission, I'm coming here with this kind of a purpose. So how will I convince you to get this position? So we want to focus on all about personal branding, how you can just convince this person, and also reputation, very important. The fact that you're going to hunt for a job, how are you doing in terms of your behavior, your past issues, how you can handle them. Personal branding revolves around that thing. Now, the umbrella is here in studio. Sheraston Mengo is with me. And that's the most important thing that indeed some people forget about. Good morning, Sheraston.
Yes.
Unique name, Sheraston. Never heard of it.
It's quite unique, yes. But there is Celestine for ladies.
Oh,
yes.
It's Celestine for ladies?
Celestine for ladies and
Sheraston. You're very lucky.
For men. Well, I'm one of the few men, so.
Okay,
yeah.
okay. No problem. So,
Yes.
personal branding, I understand, by the time we talk about branding, we always think of businesses, think of maybe these top personalities. But personal branding starts from anywhere, with anyone. But still, let's talk about now the current issues we're having in this country. Let me tell you, 74%, 2018 statistics by Kenya Bureau of Statistics actually, it says 74% of the young people, the youth, are not employed because how they package themselves. Also issues about, very well, you might be having your master's, your degree, but things are not really going your way. Now, employers saying the young people are not packaging themselves. Some people even sending their CVs via WhatsApp. Things are changing. Yeah, so let's just now dwell on that issue. So personal branding.
Well, look at it this way. Anywhere you are, whoever you are, you already have a brand.
Okay.
Okay? So you will walk into a room, whether people know you or they don't, the moment you step out, they already have formed an opinion about you.
Absolutely, sure.
That's your brand. So now you're looking at a situation where I would say when employers say youth are not able to package themselves.
Yeah.
The thing is, they are not able to articulate their value.
Okay.
When you walk into an interview, you don't just walk in and wait for them to ask you questions.
Okay.
Sometimes ask questions. Even in the application, they can tell if you're able to articulate your value.
Okay.
And this is a problem of communication. How do we communicate what we want to offer or what we have to offer?
Okay.
As a job seeker, you're selling yourself. How good are you at selling yourself? How good are you at selling the value you will provide? How are you going to change the organization? What are you bringing? It's a very common question in interviews that, what are you bringing to this organization?
Yeah.
And you will realize that a good percentage of interviewees are not able to go past that question because they don't understand the value they can provide. And I think that's a serious problem.
Okay.
We have not learned to communicate, first of all, and we have not learned to articulate whatever it is we have to offer.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Now, as I mentioned earlier, the issue of, for example, we've stopped so low to an extent whereby we're sending even our CVs via WhatsApp.
Yes.
Like you've taken WhatsApp like any other communication tool. You see the days when you're used to job hunt, like
Yes,
it's email address, or maybe you go to their offices physically, knock on the doors.
Drop CV.
Yes, absolutely. On the reception, sometimes it doesn't reach the HR, or sometimes I don't know what it
Mostly
goes.
I don't think it does.
I don't think so, but still. Now, we're going to talk about a career tactic, like how you can secure these jobs, but let's talk
Yes.
about some discipline. It starts with you, but there's a problem. We're told in school, in universities, colleges, we're not taught how to do these things. There's an etiquette. Courtesy calls for this approach. People are using very, very weird tactics to hunt for these jobs.
Yes.
That's why actually they say 15% of them don't get the jobs because they use to weird methods. I just mentioned one, WhatsApp.
Yeah. Well, again, when you're applying for a job, people have this mentality, this generic mentality of looking for jobs. Sometimes some of them would lose their discipline in the name of creativity.
Okay.
But I think also it's good to apply creativity, but as well think about it.
Okay.
In more aggressive economies, people actually go and sit at the cafeteria of the company they want to work for.
Okay.
They would sit there have conversations with people who work inside.
Okay.
They will find out what kind of jobs are available, what kind of culture this company is looking for, what kind of people they are looking for. So now you have gathered intelligence.
Okay.
By the time you are applying for this job, you are informed. You know what they are looking for.
Okay.
Secondly, sending CVs on WhatsApp, it's just, I don't know what to say about that, because every company has they have their way of doing things. Yeah. And today we are in 2019 now. Yeah. Everything is on their website. Take your time. People don't do homework. Yeah. I'll tell you, if you want to know, sit in on a bench where people are waiting to be interviewed. Ask them, what do you know about this company? Sure. People are not doing homework. Okay. So if you do your homework properly, you will know what to do. And most of these processes have been outlined clearly on their websites or on other platforms that advertise jobs. They have outlined these processes clearly. Okay. Okay. So follow the process. Look at the requirements of the job. When you're doing your CV, let it be in tandem with what they are looking for. Yeah, absolutely. Now you're able to match what value you can provide and what they're looking for. Absolutely. Yes.
That's true. Yes. Now let's talk about reputation. Sometimes, in the new age, recruiters are looking at your social media page. Yes. They're trying to hunt and then they just find some loopholes. Yes. Yes. And we have Instagram, Facebook, Twitter sometimes. And then we're living in a society where people rant a lot on Twitter. People post some funny photos on Instagram. Your Facebook updates just like kind of shaky. Then employers kind of go and stalk you and they feel like, wow, your papers look good. You look qualification good. Yes. But now when you go to your social media pages, for example, maybe nudity to your tweets, insultive tweets, some values are kind of missing. Now, as branding, I understand that this comes in also. What can you tell us about that? Because now that's also an issue that really so many people have really approached, and I can give you an example. Yes. Someone approached me for an internship right here on Switch TV, and I said, okay, I'll give it a try. But I went and looked on her Instagram page, and I found that, wow, the Kenya Red Cross Society and Switch TV values cannot allow that to happen, because now it will be kind of difficult. So I was wondering now, how do people pack themselves? Yes, I understand some people have to make their profiles private, but again, look at the social media, what you're exposing to the world out here. Well,
when you're talking about reputation, brand is reputation. Yeah. Or reputation is brand. None goes without the other. When you are applying for, or when you're looking for opportunities, let me put it that way, there is of course the papers you have, the qualifications you have. Yeah. But think about it, how many other people have the same or better that are applying for the same job? That you will find mostly the differentiator is you, your personality, who you are, it ends up being the differentiator. We have seen cases where less qualified people have been hired and more qualified people have been left out. What is the distinguishing factor? It is you as a person. So again, when you talk about online, your Facebook profile, your Instagram, your Twitter, your LinkedIn, they ought to reflect who you are or who you want to be, but at least who you are. Here we're talking about authenticity. Authenticity is very important. When I say be authentic, I don't say put everything out to the world. Not everyone wants to know that you went to primary school without shoes. It's a good story, but not everyone wants to hear that. Wow. Okay. It's not helping. That's what I'm saying. It's not relevant to the kind of opportunities you're looking for. If you have posted,
some people say they went to school without shoes.
They tell those stories
in the interview room.
Not some do. Some do. It's a good story. Some put some put weird pictures of them in college, drunk and partying. Go back to your social handles, clean it up. People will look you up. You see the way scandals come out. And someone will dig something from, I don't know, there is just a certain vault for evil things that safely keeps things for the future.
I must tell you that US President Donald Trump is a man in trouble, because now there was a party he attended in 1993 It came out last week.
Yes.
Yeah, and it really looked bad. And trust me, I attest to that. Like,
Yeah.
you need to be very careful because
Yeah.
there's a future here. Yeah.
Yeah, this guy is, but Trump, I'll tell you, believe me, he's a personal branding and media.
Yeah.
He's savvy. He will get around it, and we'll talk about it. You will see.
Okay.
He will find his way.
Okay.
But you're not. Me and you are not Trump.
All right.
So
Let's do that.
let's be careful about what we post. Let's be. But I'm not saying that completely shy off from being yourself.
Yeah.
Be yourself, but be careful. Know that there are others who are watching.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay. Now, looking at sometimes, you know, we attracted to colorful things in this world. Like,
Yes.
no one wants bad things, and sometimes let's look at our CVs. You know, branding starts over there. Yes, information. You said something very important. Just take what they require and then now duplicate it on your CV. Just do what they want. Now, looking at how we format these documents, because now, you know, the HR department recruiters kind of receive a bulk of applications. So many people have applied. But now, simplicity on how now you can brand yourself on this paper. Some people have preferred to use colorful CVs where you're printed, colorful, the photo over there, kind of now the address, very brief about yourself. Now, sometimes it's also attractive to the recruiter, like to see, oh, we are Mejipanga, by the way. Like, yeah, I can see this. But juggling things up on your paper, for example, 2009, I was in this institution in January. Then after the same thing in 2018, like you're in a higher institution than it's kind of just confusing. Do you think now also trying to put your papers together orderly and even the content itself will now prove to be easier for you when you're doing this?
Yes, I believe that is true because there is something about order in life generally.
Sure.
That's why you'd put on a shirt, then you put on a jacket.
Yeah.
I mean, there is just something about order.
Sequence, sure.
When you're ordering your CV, again, homework, very important. Take your time, look at the requirements of the job. Then, what they are looking for, let it be. You don't have to, there is that format of personal details, education, work experience, hobbies, referees. Cut that.
Yeah.
Start with your skills.
Okay.
People are looking for skills. Everyone has the papers, but skills are not everyone does. That's why we have graduates right now without jobs. Because skills is what really differentiate you. So start with your skills. Talk about your experience, then now talk about your education.
Okay.
In today's world, I think skills are more important. So, I mean, play around it. If you want to be colorful, have your photo there. Or you can do, people these days don't do cover letters, they do an executive profile. Do an executive profile of yourself, say what you're good at, and do targeted cover letters. Stop going generic. Everyone is doing that. Do targeted letters. When you're applying to Switch TV, talk about Switch TV. Tell us why you want to come to Switch TV. What value are you coming to add? And at least, I would be happy if I was interviewing someone who has searched and seen a weakness in an organization and thinks they can find a way to solve it. Wouldn't you want to listen to someone like that?
I would want to listen
you
to
see?
someone. Absolutely.
So now, when you articulate these things on your cover letter, people see you're different. They see you come with value. So now, before they even meet you, now they want to meet you. But if you're generic, you're just doing things general. I mean, everyone is doing that. So differentiate yourself. Yes.
All right. If you have any question from Mengo right here on Morning Live, you can send us an SMS on 22999 and shoot any question regarding personal branding, because now that's where your life revolves around. You might have gone to school for all those years, and yes, when it comes to that job, things kind of are proving to be difficult. But now, let's now talk about the support system. As I said earlier, schools are not preparing graduates for the market. Personal branding. You see, personal branding, sometimes we've so much inclined into businesses, people who are in business branding. But now, I like what you're talking about, personal branding, how you can now maybe just have that niche to take that opportunity at your hands. But look at our institutions. You go there, you study, you graduate, life goes on, and then that's it.
Well, that's a system issue, and I don't want to attack the system on live TV, but I will say a few things.
Okay.
Our system has been more exam-based, okay, that we forgot that there is a real world to face after exams.
Yeah.
You know? And secondly, we can blame the system for the next many years, but the problem remains with us. It is me who will be jobless.
Okay.
The system doesn't care.
Absolutely.
The system only cares about statistics, and they might never give the correct statistics at times.
It's true.
Okay?
Yeah.
So now, it's you now, it's your responsibility as a person. Now, decide to learn. Decide to know, what can I do to better myself?
Yeah, yeah.
How can I increase my chances of succeeding in
Yeah.
this field, for example, if I want to? Now, there are books out here about, no school will teach you personal branding.
Yeah.
There are books out here. There are blogs writing about it. There are YouTube channels talking about it, on how you can package yourself, how you can, and very important, in your field, definitely, there are people who have succeeded.
Sure.
Find out what they have done. Learn what they do. Follow them. Approach some of them. As Africans, we have not maybe taken mentorship quite seriously.
Yeah.
And I think that is something that you have to do. And it will really shorten the distance between you and succeeding at what you're doing. The system, I think, needs to change. We need to be taught confidence. We need to be taught communication. We need, I mean, even in high school, if you are not in the debate club or public speaking club, you don't get to learn about it.
It's true.
This should be part of the curriculum. People expressing themselves, being confident. I mean, these are skills that should be in the curriculum. I don't know why they're not there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Now, let's talk about physical attributes.
Yes,
you know,
yes.
you want to talk about the papers, personal branding,
Yeah,
but you
yeah,
might be so qualified. But the way you look, man, the way you look, man, is really important. Like that impression you're trying to depict out here. It's been a problem for some people. Wanasema, especially men, actually,
Yes.
we have a problem. Kuoga kidogo inakuwa shida. The way we've dressed, just ironing our shirts. Doing so many things just to make sure we kind of boost the self-esteem. You know, self-assessment is also very important, but we are finding a difficulty in trying to now impress also. You've gone for that interview, but the way you've dressed, it's kind of, doesn't bring a lot of trust even to your employers.
Again, culture. We have been a culture that has glorified a man being rough and, I mean, those kind of things.
Rough, yeah.
We have I mean, being I don't know how to best put it, but we have been that culture that likes that.
Yeah.
But the world is changing. Again, I want first of all to appreciate the work that image consultants are doing out here. It's a good job. They have raised enough awareness, and it's just that the market has not yet understood the value of it.
Okay.
Now I look at, I will just talk about the interviews. Of course, I've also gone for interviews in my life, and I have seen the way people show up in those interviews.
Yeah.
There's two things about your personal brand that I would like to talk about. One is, how do you show up? When I'm talking about personal branding and I show up here looking like I've just come out of an abattoir, you are going to ask yourself whether you want to interview me or you want to talk about something else.
You're looking good. Yeah.
That is showing up.
Yeah, you sure.
After you show up, what comes out of your mouth?
Okay.
You know? So those are two key important things. But before you open your mouth, I need to give you a chance to do that. And I will only do that if I approve what you look like. When you talk to someone on the phone, you create a picture of them in your head.
Okay.
If you meet them and they look anything less than what you saw in your head, you're very easy to dismiss even what they say.
Absolutely.
This has been proven by studies.
Okay.
So show up when you're going for an interview in a corporate. Be in a suit.
Yeah.
I mean, be in a suit, because you'll be surprised the people who interview you. I advise people when you go to an interview, if people don't know what is happening, let them think you're the one interviewing the panel.
Wow.
Because of how you look.
Sure.
You know?
Okay.
And it gives you an edge. I saw something interesting the other day that when you're formally dressed, you're more likely to think I mean, when in your abstract thinking, I mean, is better when you're formally dressed than when you're not.
Also the confidence, actually.
And confidence. Very, very important, confidence. The day you're in a suit, the day you're not in a suit is a bit of a difference. Or the way you feel you're dressed well. You know, there is that also feeling of about yourself that you're dressed well. So dress well for an interview. Find out the culture of the company. When you go with a suit to a tech startup that doesn't like suits, they are going to look at you in a different way. So it's not everywhere that you will want to be in a suit. Do your homework, find out the culture of the organization you're going to. Then look like them. People like people who are like them. Absolutely. Yes, yes. That's true. Yes.
Now, just still on dressing, still on just presenting yourself. You know, beards, yeah, it's fashionable. It's very fashionable, like these beards, but still, the way you present yourself also is very important. Now, sometimes being unkempt kind of elicits some kind of judgment from your people. And it's kind of very crazy because now we're told also that you can control your beards. For the men out there, it's something very sensitive. Because now we're told beards, they're fashionable, but in some corporate entities, it's not really advisable. Is it true? Maybe branding. You want to brand yourself as this serious person, someone who can execute. I know whether you have a beard, whether you have a what, it doesn't matter, but still, the look itself. Is it true? Maybe that it's so judgmental that employers are trying to tell you, hey, just shorten it a little bit.
Two things, culture and political correctness. If I say anything today here about beard and dreadlocks, I will be judged not to be politically correct, but I don't care about being politically correct, and I'll tell you the truth. Again, find out about the culture of there are organizations that really don't have a problem with that. With all due respect to beard gang, it's a good thing, but at least let it be neat. It's not really a bad thing, but let it be neat. If you're not sure it's neat, cut it. If you're not sure. Or if someone else, or if a lot of people don't think it looks, and you might think it looks good and it's just not looking good on you. So it has to be very neat if it has to be kept. But if the culture of the organization doesn't agree with it, I mean, just cut it.
So as you wind up this conversation, Mengo, the young people who are watching big time, and I have two SMSs for you, two questions actually. I'll only take two. There's an issue of trust that some people, they might really package themselves very well, but now when they go to these institutions, that's just a formality. Things have been done already. So there's an aspect of also giving up in the process of trying to hunt for your dream job. Now, yes, it doesn't really augur well with personal branding, but let's talk about trust as you approach this responsibility, because now this is where so many people kind of lose the track. Kind of like, I'm going for this interview, but is it a formality, or am I going with this interview just knowing that indeed someone has already been chosen?
It's a problem, I understand, and the truth is it happens. But if you think that way, you will not even step out of your house. I mean, stay positive. It's not happening everywhere. There are a few organizations that are still straight. But step up, go, be your best self. That's it. I mean, whether it's a formality or not your business. Your business is to apply and show up for that interview and be the best you can be. Yes.
All right. Thank you so much, Mengo, for coming. I was about to take the two SMSs. I'm very sorry because of time. Just really thank you for coming. And it's an honor because now when you talk about branding itself, it's a problem for so many people. Now, we didn't touch on the ladies, but still sorry for another day. For the men, actually problematic here. But thanks so much for coming.
Thank you.